sharing my life journey online or anywhere else, or maybe opening up to people and speak to them about my life since I've been born up to this. I've never got a chance to express the inner person in me, the man that has driven me all wrong. But one confidence that I had is that God never disappoints. God never disappoints point, at any point in my life. Um, just a minute. Switch off. Go and sleep. Switch off. Okay. Now, I will start saying that my life has been full of grace of God. My life has been made complete by the love of God over my life. Because since I got born again, I saw a very big difference between the life I used to live and the current life. Now, for today, I'm just going to share uh, my uh, my high school journey. My high school journey. I remember it was on 2014. I was taken to Makori Girls. Actually, I'm a product of Makori Girls because that school really made a good foundation in my life. They gave me a foundation that even today I never regret of getting to Makori Girls, because it is the school that made my mind open my spiritual eyes to see the potential in me, the potential uh, beside what people see me, or how people look at me and find myself. Yani it gave me a new dimensions to learn my life. It gave me the focus of whom I am in my life and whom I'm supposed to become. So I never knew the potential that was in me by that particular moment. So I used to live just as a mere person. I used to live my own life without minding how people will see me, without minding about the judgment of the people. I could just say, okay, I'm sorry. I'm Mercy. Mercy Blessing is my name. I'm just here to encourage someone by highlighting my life back in college, how I started, how I went through the college life until now. Now, I was to the point whereby in college is whereby I discovered many potential in my life. I didn't know who I am. But I gonna take this chance now to acknowledge this lady was called Winnie Nyambura. She was our uh, chair lady, and she was that encouraging lady. All times she kept on calling me, uh, maybe break time, we go sit together with her, talk to each other, encourage me, show me the way. And one day I came to realize that this lady, though she was that determined to change my life, though she was that determined to make me realize who I am, actually there are things that she could see inside me after talking, after discovering. But have you ever wondered why most of time when you come across someone or you meet with somebody, you are like, you know, my spirit doesn't line with that person. Maybe my spirit or my conscience does it accommodate that particular person in your life. It is because maybe the spirit that is driving that person and the spirit that is driving you, they are two different spirits which they cannot work together as far as you meet. Same case, light and darkness cannot work together. Even John, the disciple of Jesus, said that when Jesus came to the earth, some never recognized him, but for they that knew him, he gave them power to become his children. So at times we may think that our monks, or maybe our thoughts, our character doesn't line the characters of other people. But I thank God because of this lady we knew. She was a different person. Despite of who I was, despite how people viewed me, because at point I was not really born again. I didn't know anything about God, but you couldn't challenge me in the things of the Lord. I was that much aware of each and everything. But the truth is, I was not that committed Christian. So, but this lady, she became my friend. She was there always for me. She could call me early in the morning to wake for morning devotion. Actually, she was a Form 4 student and I was a Form 1 student, but she would come from her dormitory, come and wake me from my dormitory a distance, meaning it was a sacrifice. And anytime she came and wake me up that early morning, though it was not my usual thing, I didn't really admire to do it, but for the respect of her, I could just go there. Now, let me make you laugh about this. You know what? I didn't know how to pray. I didn't know how to pray. You could go in that hall. We used to play in the dining hall for morning devotion. And in that hall, like almost every CU member is speaking in tongues. And you are there, you are not just speaking in tongues, you are there muted, you are there trying to make ones come together and worship your God, but things are not adding up. I could go there. I remember one day they used to encourage us, we hold each other hand and we pray together. So they were like, hold the hand of your neighbor, pray for that person, and speak in tongues. So I could pretend myself and started speaking the tongues, which actually I never knew about it. I could hear people say rapakatasha. So and I'm there also. I will still repeat their tongues and try to try to teach myself how to pray in tongues. But let me tell you one thing, though it seems like a joke to me, maybe something, there was a seed that was being planted in my spirit in that particular moment. And I remember during break times, she will come in our class. I was in Form 1 Makori Girls, Form 1 Central, and no, yes, from one central, and she could have called me, Mercy, I need you in the field. Immediate, we go out with her. She hold my hand. She pray for me. She will pray for me. She will pray for my destiny. And I'm feeling like this lady we have just met in high school. We have just met here. She is above me. She is in Form 4. I'm in Form 1. How is the relationship? So I never knew that this lady, behind knowing that I am a child, or maybe I'm younger than her, she realized that despite that, she carries something. I'm leaping for that seed. The sin that you planted in me while in Form 1 and Form 2 at Makori Girls, even today, it always speak in my life. May the Lord bless you. Now, I'll continue saying, when I was joining in Form 1, remember, I'm never been brought up with my mother. I never saw my mom as when I was growing up. Most of time I used to stay with my grandma, and maybe at point I could hear, this is your father. I could go there, stay with them, and but that family, being that it is a family of many wives, the polygamous, it was practiced in that family. So most of time my dad could not though he really loved me, but the other children didn't accommodate me in that family. So I had that challenge. So for me, going in high school, it really taken the heart of God, and I felt like, you know, sometimes when we come to the end of everything, then God appears in our lives, ensure us the way. So He intervenes in our lives. So at this moment, I remember when I was joining in Form 1, 2014, at Macaulay Girls, my father, who helped me with the school fees, I was taken to Macaulay Girls, and I was accommodated. Now, in after some months later, that sponsorship was no more there. The person who sponsored me was to reach him or her, that family. So I had a big challenge in high school, that Form 1 and big charity. I couldn't manage to complete my studies at Macaulay Girls because the school fees was a big issue to me. So I could, despite I don't know God much, there is something God creating me. So he gave me friends, those who are caring. I remember also I had a challenge of stomach. So by me having a friend who can encourage me in fasting, so it was helpful for me because most of time I couldn't eat some foods because of my stomach. I had a problem with the stomach ulcers, and I thought just a problematic to people, like just a problem to them. So I needed myself the comfort. I really needed the comfort, but it was not there. So at high school. So the story continues, and there was a time while I was still in Form 2, I felt as sick, and I was admitted in Chogoria Hospital. I think Chogoria is in Tharaka County, and that time, thank you so much, Brother Boniface. May God bless you. Like, when Makori Girls is in Chogoria, Chogoria is in Tharaka County. So there is a hospital called Chogoria, and that is the place I was admitted. At that point, I couldn't speak, I couldn't um eat, I couldn't do anything by myself for almost 2 months. Hospital, the principal, Mrs. Gietonga, encouraged me, now it is not good for you to stay in this school because of the environment. There is a lot of the weather in or the climate in this school doesn't favor you, so you have to transfer to another school. And now that because of lack of school fees and because of many challenges I used to pass through there, I really got discouraged, and it felt like the end of my life. Now I went, I after being discharged from hospital, I went back to school. Most of time, principal and Mrs. Motuma used to talk to me a lot. They encourage, they counsel me, like therapy classes for counseling, and I really felt much encouraged. So I want to tell someone who is watching this live today. Sometimes you might pass through many things in life that gives you courage, that makes you feel like you are not worthy of living, that gives you challenge, that you don't even try to think where God has taken you from and where He is taking you to. So at times these challenges comes to our life not just to bring us down, but to uplift us. I always think about these children of Israel. And this is the verse in the Bible that really encouraged me so much while I was in high school. I didn't know much about the Bible, but I knew the story of Israelites. These people, they were loyal, chosen generation. These people were the people who were the people of God. They were called by the name of God. But one time, when Moses went for them in the land of Egypt, God promised Moses and told him that you will know I am the Lord. Even after Pharaoh and the and the soldiers of Pharaoh releases you, I will still hearken their heart so that they can know you are my people. You see, God Himself, He hearkened the heart of Pharaoh so that he can manifest himself to them, so that he can manifest his power or greatness upon the people of Israel through what he did. Now he is telling Moses, go with the children of Israel, and I will show myself. And when they came to the Red Sea, God was telling the servant Moses, tell the children of Israel that they may see back, um, and the horses and everybody that was sent by Pharaoh to take them back to the slave land. So think of that thing. Sometimes in our life, I used to think and ask myself, Mercy, where am I passing through these things in life? I couldn't get some answers. Drash, hi, I'm doing good, Drash. May God bless you much. Now, I always ask to myself, why are you, God, allowing these things in my life? Being raised without a mother, being cared by many people, well wishers, and no one could stay with me for more than 3 years. So at times it was a big challenge to me, because even if I try to be as good as I was, all I tried to humble myself. The truth is, I was somehow a challenge to them, because I needed a because you have to pay for the school fees. But I thank God. Every step these people took, it was like a bridge. I always tell people, always appreciate those people that comes to your life, because they appear to be your bridge to the next destiny. Them even when it never matters. Sometimes you need them to let go so that God Himself can take the chance. So I taught myself that spirit while I was still young, and I could say this, that these people coming to my life and leaving, maybe they were not meant to stay. They are not meant to be there always. They were not meant to hold my hand until I reach my destiny. No, they were not meant for me throughout my journey of life. So I always appreciate every juncture, every people that comes over my life at a particular period, at a particular juncture. I always appreciate God and say, thank you for bringing an angel over my life for this particular season over my life. So I could appreciate them and keep on working, continue aspiring more and more. Now, the thing that encouraged so much is this. God told Moses that tell the Israelites, these people that they are behind them, those who want to take them back to the slave land, they will never see them again. So I and that confidence that whatever I was facing that moment, they are my enemies, those who are after me. It was an enemy after me, and I couldn't say these things that are in me today, the situation I am right now. Like that time I used not to eat, actually 2 pieces, which I couldn't even feel like you have eaten something. So like I could just lie to them and tell them I don't eat meat. But you know what? This was not just, it was not just for uh for permanent situation. It was just for a season. I understood that despite that today I'm not being given meat when people are eating. I used to even, sorry to say this, I used to steal even chapati and hide them in my bag so I could go every time inside the house, cut a portion of chapati and eat, because if I expected the family to give me that chapati, awangenipatia, and I really felt so bad. So for me not to find myself in such a situation, I used just to meditate and tell God, I know this season it shall never remain. It is not permanent. There is a time I will come out like the children of Israel. You will save me, and these Egyptians behind me, I'll never see them again. And let me tell you, the good thing about it, God, is this one. You know, the time of Moses, he said he led the Israelites by the cloud of fire, and the pillar, there was a pillar that was shining uh behind all her hand of the Israelites, and on the other side the Egyptian could see darkness, meaning whatever the Israelites were doing, they couldn't, these enemies couldn't see about it. So no matter how the situation was, I trusted God in my life that this thing, though it is a challenge, the enemy will never know my destiny. The enemy will not hold my destiny. The enemy will not hold me back, because there is something, there is a force that is, there is a force behind me that is pushing me to my destiny. Though I don't understand it, one thing I believed is that the Lord is behind me, He is ahead of me, and He's all over me. So nothing that can hold my destiny back. That is the slogan that I worked with, and I found myself coming out of every prayer mates, like uh prayer partner mates, like and sometimes I could ask God, why did you allow my parents to leave me and be left alone? And God gave me this verse in the book of Psalms, verse 27, chapter 27, verse 10. It was telling me that though your parent may abandon you, but I, the Lord, shall uplift you. I, the Lord, shall uplift you. So I was like, yes, though your parent and your relative may abandon you, the Lord will uphold me with His light hand. Actually, that verse really encouraged me. It is in the book of Psalms 27, verse 10. It says that though this your parents may abandon you, but I, the Lord, I shall uphold you with my right hand. So that one kept me referring God as my Father, as my rock, as my everything to my life. So whenever I needed a comfort, I could call God. Whenever I needed a support, I could go upon the name of the Lord. Whenever I needed anything that I felt like I really need it in my life, I could communicate to God and tell God, this is the time. I need you. This is the time, Lord. I need you come and manifest over my life. You come and manifest over my destiny. And let me tell you guys, the Lord was so gracious. The things that He did to me, I always say, even though I was not among the Israelites while they were closing the Red Sea, I am the Israel of today, because God has allowed me to close. He made a way where there was no a way. He really opened a way where I really never expected a breakthrough in my life, where I never saw like I will become something in life. Really, God came through for me in my life, and He said, this is your last. And let me tell you, the Israelites climbed to the Lord. Better we go back in Islam, in Egypt, whereby we used to eat, where we Now the Egyptians are after us. They will kill us, or else we be drawn in this lake. But God said to Moses, you have what in your heart? Struck the lake. All up, that's whatever you have, and you will see a path in the Red Sea. And the path was made in the Red Sea, where the Israelites walked. And after closing the Red Sea, well, still the last person from Egyptians was inside the water. They were all drawn there. So these challenges that comes to you, God will eliminate them all and will crown you with a new glory. Actually, I always see my life and see it is all about God. Have you ever seen someone God has shown mercy? Have you ever seen someone that even when you see her or him talking, you will really say, this is the grace of God. Actually, this is the grace that gave me. It is the grace that spoke to my life. It is the grace that has carried me all that season. Somebody helpless. You are in a position whereby you are helpless. You cannot help yourself. You cannot do anything for yourself. You are depending to people. You are depending to the support of people. But God comes to your life and He is like, now you are my daughter. I clothe you with glory. I clothe you with love. When people see you, they see the love of God. When they see you, they see the grace of God. When Moses was coming from the mountain, the Bible says that he was shining the glory of God. So when God really appears in your life, it doesn't matter what people spoke there before. It doesn't matter what is hiding your progress, what is blocking your destiny. It doesn't matter what is that difficult thing in your life. Actually, God will show Himself to you. He will manifest in a bigger way. Anna used to pray to God, and he could cry until the man hell could say, you useless woman, you go drunk and come here to make noise before the Lord. He never knew the tears that Anna was shedding in that altar. It was not just a prayer. It was not just a noise as it was defined by the servant of God. It was something major in her life. And that's why when God came to bless her with a child, He did not just give him a child. He did not just give him a child to breastfeed. He gave him the servant of God. He gave him the prophet. So sometimes there is worthy waiting. In that pain, there is worthy waiting, because every patient pays. Every patient in life, God will always reward it. He was not just blessed with a child. Peminina could laugh at her, could do every kind of ridicule upon her, mocking her, that you can't even give birth. But when God blessed her, she was not just given a child, but she was given the miracle baby who became the prophet of God, whom today we lead and we know about him. So as I end this speech today, I will encourage you, whatever you're passing through, whatever things that are coming on your way, always trust God that He will make a way. Even when it doesn't seem there is a way, God is still faithful. For whatever He began in your life, surely He will accomplish. So keep on trusting, keep on pressing on, and your day is coming, your turn is coming. You will rejoice, you will smile, and you will have the abundance of the Lord. May the Lord bless you all for watching my life. If you have never subscribed to my channel, just subscribe to my channel, like my videos. I'm just starting this journey, and I know the Lord shall use me in mighty way to be a blessing to other people and even to other generation. May the Lord bless you all and do you good. Shalom. I love you. Shalom. Who is here watching? You can say hi to me. I'll see your name there. Just say hi, and the Lord will bless you. Have a good night. I love you all, and God loves you all. Shalom. Bye.